Helen! Helen! Helen, come back! Helen! Helen! Helen, sit! Sit! Sit down, Helen! Helen, this is wood, and it has a name! It's oak! It has a name! Say it! Say the name! Say the name! Yes! Yes! It has a name! Say it again! Say it again!
Oak! Oak! Oh! Oak!
I quit school when I were 13, yes, and today I are a millionaire.
As Frank Zappa said, you get absolutely nothing with your college education.
Moment of silence. Thank you. All my heroes are dead. My name is Ed Feldman.
And I'm Joe Lovario.
Except for R. Crumb, he's just nuts.
He moved to France, so he just may well be dead.
And this is called the Flaky Foont Hour.
Look what we got here.
It's furniture to go, actually.
Mr. Natural dropped all this off.
Oh, gosh.
What are we going to do with this now?
We have to put it together. It's another unfinished furniture kit show.
Well, I ain't doing any of this. I'll see you.
And now it is my show. Come back, Foont. And we're going to put this stuff together, and then what are we going to do? We're going to distress it to make it look like Antiques.
You are such an angel food.
Angel, that's Angel McFood to you, my friend.
So we're going to get together. We're going to do something with this now?
We're going to, first we got to put it together. It comes with everything. The Tony Dowels.
Here, take two of these and call me in the morning.
I bought this. If anybody steals this, I'm killing the stage manager.
Do adjust the torque on that?
Torque?
What about the Peter torque? Is it?
That's over there next to the Nesmith bit. So when you come back, somebody else will have done all our work, and we'll just be making up more junk off the top of our ridiculous brains.
This goes here, this goes here. You know, when you're doing an assembly job like this, it's good to take all the hardware, separate it, and then put it in separate containers and letter them.
Like these we have
just
here.
Like here.
Sometimes we don't go by letters. We put them in three categories.
Sure.
Oh, boy, gee whiz.
And wow.
Wow.
Okay. So
Joe's going to be using screws, and I'm going to be using pounding.
He's dealing with the legs.
Yeah.
Let's see you put those together first.
All right. All I do is take my little squeegee bottle of glue, shove it in each dowel hole. Don't worry, you don't fill up these dowel holes, for crying out loud, because that's too much. You want to put in less than half.
Because when you shove the pin in there, it's going to ooze all around.
Right.
See that? Perfect.
See?
And those dowels are...
Too much glue in there.
No,
see,
it's
too
fine.
much came out. Too much came out.
They're fluted. So you're going to get a real nice, tight bind
They're
with them.
Doug fluted dowels.
There we go.
They're very short. That's a college football illusion.
There's in there. Let me get this there.
And of course, now I'm going to be putting the panel that goes in between here. And ordinarily, you know, you might want to wipe off some of this, but you really don't have to, because that's right.
You need that glue.
It's going to ooze out.
Are you going to put any glue on in the hole?
You know what?
You got to do that.
I think I will.
Over here,
put
look.
Put the glue in the hole rather than on the dowel, because it's easier.
This is the look serving tray, the Grey Pouponza. Here is the side. This is the actual carcass, and again, I put a little bit of glue in here, right? And if you can,
mind if I pound?
If you see under here, these holes, they've been countersunk and they're on an angle, and they're going to fit right into here. See that? See that there?
Oh, by the way, when you pound these together, don't you dare use a metal framing hammer.
Look, I'm going to use one of the bottom drawers just to shim it up a little bit. See? There we go. We got it shimmed up. You want this flush with the top. Take the cordless.
I like to use my ham-like fist.
Perfect, perfect. Now we take the other one.
That's because it was pre-drilled, Ralph.
Well, they're all pre-drilled. That's the wonderfulness of these kits.
Thanks to Yield House once again for giving us free things.
Everything is just ready for you. All you need is a screwdriver, electric drill. They give you the glue. They give you everything. Look at that.
See, after you
pound it... Wait a minute, that can't be right.
After you pound it in, then wipe away the glue.
Here's
and we
another
just
one.
let this sit over here to, as we say, set up.
Look, here's the other side. Put the other side, and this will go on. See? Can you see it coming together already? And then this comes on like this. And then we have these stop blocks right there.
Well, these are the spacers that go
Spacers.
over there and go over there. Here, have some
And
screws.
I didn't want to do a drawer because you've seen me put a drawer together already. And I'm tired of putting my drawers together.
Here's the next project we're doing. It's a settle. It's a little bench you might want to put outside. By the way, we might not have mentioned that other thing, more complicated, that we were putting together.
It looks like something.
That's a hunt board. That's an E. Howard hunt board.
It's a sea hunt board.
No, it's an E. Howard. You wind it up and it breaks into an office building. But Joe is going to be showing us a lot of things you can do.
Well, look,
With
these
the
are
end
the
pieces on
sides of the piece. And nicely shaped, but you can make things
Now,
up.
he's Robin Williams with a piece of wood. Let's go.
Look at this. Easter.
It's a big tulip on the piano.
Let's see, what else we got here? Oh, I love this one. This is great. Wait a minute. That was a quarter pound, right?
No ends.
Okay.
No ends of the bologna because it's puckered together like Kurt Vonnegut draws in Breakfast with Champions.
Oh, here's one. Here's another one, look. This pie going to be done? Not in 10 minutes or so.
I don't want no bubbles in it.
Okay. Let's see, what else? Let's see.
I'm making... He has notes here, folks.
I have notes. Look at this.
Oh, please, just wet me a little bit.
Couldn't you just put a big A on your chest? I know I'm happy when that happens, and then you big A on my chest.
Captain Peter Peach Fuzz. Oh, thank you. Let's go over there, Rocky.
Oh, hey, look.
No ethnic jokes from me, buddy, because I'm being sued. Now what do? I'm putting together the box.
Hey,
Right?
wait, look.
What? Oh, my Stradivarius, my beautiful Stradivarius. Are you quite through?
I'm exhausted. I'm terribly exhausted.
Oh, here's how it goes. I don't even...
And the
See, now
nose is all clogged up.
I'm making the box here. So when next you see us, we will have had our
Hey,
sex
I got another
change.
one. Look.
You do?
Here, you need this, though.
What?
You need one of these. You got to stand on the end there.
Okay.
Here, look. Ping pong. See?
Home run! Need to have my shoes half soled after this walk. You know, Pop,
Well, when you got such a large, heavy stick, it takes longer.
you know, you're going to have to whittle that down to get in the store.
I got a tree here.
Well, we've been walking a long time, and guess where we are?
We're in New Hampshire.
North Conway.
Uh-huh.
And here in New England, you're going to find an amazing array of country antique stores. And we're here at one of the best we've ever seen, Richard M. Plush Fine
See,
Antiques.
we're going to be doing distressing, and before we do some distressing on the furniture that we got from the great folks at Yield House, we wanted to look at some real classic pine antiques to see how they're distressed naturally by age.
Right, and of course, as everybody knows, New England is a hotbed of fine early American antiques. And in country stores like this, you can find a really amazing array, and we're going to go in,
Hey.
take a look.
Is this an example of your stick?
Well, this is my shtick.
Is that funny or something, or what?
I don't know.
Let's go inside.
Let's go in.
This is
Now,
so
inside this fine antique
sweet. No,
store,
it's even got a pine floor. You know that.
you've got jingle bells, and you've got almost all early American
A
furniture.
pestle and a mort. The more the merrier. See?
And, of course, a lot of pine.
And we got a couple.
Indigenous to the area.
And since we're working on pine, we wanted to come and see what real old antique pine looks like.
Go to algebra.
That's a horrible sound to me.
Now, this is a fine old pine table, probably.
Yes, it is.
From the New England area.
Crude construction got two boards right here. Have been put together and it's been split.
And then two end pieces over here.
That's to hold the boards stabilized, but over the period of time they split. You can tell somebody's tried to fill it, and it's got stuff all caked
Didn't
in
work,
there.
didn't
the
work.
sides cracked here. It's a nice, simple table.
And if you use your power of intuition and your powers of observation, you can see that it's probably original finish, original paint.
Yeah,
Because it's aged along with the rest
Look,
of the
there's
wood.
a white ring too.
Oh, I don't even know how to do that.
Now this is really nice. This is an old seat chest, and it's got...
Most likely early 1800s.
The hinges are broken off, but it's got an old finish on. You can see this finish is a red paint.
Also pine?
Much the same as the bottom. It's pine wood, and off the top, the inside is not finished, and the top is completely barren of finish. And because it's worn off, you can see a little bit of the top has been canting a little bit because there's no finish. Moisture's been getting into it, causing it to warp.
Barren was a canter.
But if you did strip this all down and sanded it and painted it, and, oh, it looks so brand new. But who would do that, you knuckleheads?
But it's late 1700s, early 1800s. Never do anything like that.
It's got a price tag of $450 on it.
It's very nice.
In 1790.
See, there you go. It's rather prosaic, real easily made, not a lot of carvings, and certainly not that domed sea chest that you would see later in the Victorian era.
Much more simpler form of construction. Let's go look at this table over here. Hey, here's a nice table.
Yeah, this is another pine table, but unlike the one we started here with.
But it's almost the same design.
Yeah, this is much more elegant rather than that crude country piece that we talked about.
The boards are rougher on that.
Yes, this was nice, more nicely surfaced, and it's got a different kind of a finish. It's not painted.
It's got a clear finish, probably got an old shellac or an old varnish finish on here, whereas the other one had a paint on it.
And you can also see from the elegant turned legs that it probably came out of a more elegant house. And there you go. Double air for you. You know, there's a lot of talk about what to do to find old antiques, and this is a true antique from 1770. Everyone agrees that you shouldn't strip and refinish, but now the Sachs, Israel Sachs, very high-end antique people, and others of his ilk are saying you shouldn't even clean it.
He was an ilk?
He was an elk. Well, my cousin was a Shriner, but the Sachs and other experts say leave the patina alone. Don't even polish wax, and don't use naphtha to take that old crust off.
Not at all. You got to leave it. Leave the old dirt as it is.
And just lightly dust it.
And you know, I'm so excited now. I want to go back and I want to start doing some distressing.
And I want to go home and not clean my furniture.
Let's go to the alcohol. How about that antique store?
We haven't been there yet.
Yes, we were.
Oh, right. I forgot. That part's going to be taped later, but when you see this, it'll be like we already did it. That's
and we're just a little thing, like they say. Remember, you're coming out of the antique store.
And you have to wear the same clothes.
Of course.
You know what? Television is stupid, but you already know that. You're watching it. You're
anyway,
stupid too.
We got some ideas. And
we're stupid too.
One of the ways that you can distress something or antique it is to scorch it. And you want to scorch it with heat. And you don't want to, you can't use a match. You can't use a lighter.
Sure you can.
You got to go for the acetylene. Acetylene torch.
No, this is a valid way.
Well, it's a valid way. Well, you're going to get carbon on there then from the match, and it'll get black. But you need more heat. So you turn this on.
Look at this.
Turn this on.
This
see?
Looks nice already.
And turn this on. And we'll spark it.
Whoa! Can I have the Sparky?
Now, you got to use a lot of caution with this, okay?
As a matter of fact, you probably shouldn't do it at all.
But it will burn the wood. Yes, it will burn the wood. And you got to go in a nice, even motion.
Have one of these.
And what'll happen is it'll start charring.
Wear some of these. Don't wear this. Always scorch with the grain.
Yeah, you don't, and don't try and write your name on here.
Did you ever have a wood-burning set when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
I always thought that was probably the stupidest thing ever. Now, here's a little propane tank, and you can use this, too. Always have a bucket of water, a fire extinguisher, a blanket, and a hook and ladder nearby when you do this.
You know what would have been great? We had a couple firemen behind us with hoses. It's pretty neat, huh? And just keep going, and then afterwards, we'll wire brush it with a wire brush, get off all the charred remnants, and be nice.
Don't do this to a piece that's already been finished.
Ed, could you move to your right a little? I don't want to get you.
This is one of these things that we can do, but you shouldn't try. Because we have a TV show. Welcome back to Distressing.
Ooh, you brute, you.
I am a brute.
I'm darkening this even more. You can see this is how light it was. And we're going, holding it real close, get it nice and dark like the top. You can see the top up there. Get it nice and even. And then you can scrub it.
Right. Because after you do the darkening, now you want to do some lightening. And here's how you're doing the lightening. Take the wire brush.
Wire brush.
Because it works.
And just scrub all that charred surface
However,
off.
before you do a wire brush, you need to don this.
Don that.
Don Martin.
Don Vitello. There you go. Looks nice. Don't cut in too much now.
I know. And then you get one of these. Look,
Hey, that
it's
looks
evening
nice.
it up. It's very nice. It's just like a stain. Oh, the deep masculine tines of the wire brush dug deep into the soft yielding pine. This from this month's J. Peterman catalog.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
Can we retire that already?
Never.
Well, you know, there are so many ways you can distress something.
Yeah.
And here's some implements.
We got lots of stuff here. This you might remember from another show.
The scepter of God, some dirt.
Dirt. And you see this? That's a bastard file.
It's a big bastard file.
They call this a bastard file.
And we can say it as many times as we want.
Because it's good for doing that.
Oh, that's too much of a bastard file.
No, it's not.
I'm going to have a little smaller file.
And the idea of distressing is you want to make it look worn. And what better way than to use the bastard file?
But you might want to use a smaller file, too, to wear down the edges. And, you know, wear is random, so you be random, too.
Wait, the sausage is for finishing after. That's for the breakfast in the morning.
Stimpy, you just keep on distressing. Now, ordinarily, this would get a lot of wear because people would be sitting on it.
So you'd have a lot of cheek grease there. Let's see, that's it. Get those chains. Let's see those chains. It's a sausage, it's very good. Now, not too hard. I'm warning you.
Look, see these little marks that I'm getting with the chain? They're good.
Wait, let's turn it on its back now.
Right. Because if we threw those rocks too hard at this, go right through. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, turn it around. Let's turn it around. This way. So then take these off. Now do that. Now you got the idea. Home on the range. Wait a minute.
Look, do the grind in with the sausage there.
Oh, I don't believe it.
I got a sausage on the
stuck
bottom of my shoe there.
That was horrible.
I like to call this the Jacob Marley.
One time I did this to Mo. That's why the face looks like that.
You do not know the length and breadth of chains you gird on yourself, my friend.
That's
There's
true.
a ponderous chain.
You're telling me, and her name is Myrtle.
Empty it all out. Wait a minute, because we didn't get any dirt on the seat.
That's a masterpiece.
You're not painting a masterpiece here.
Well, in this case, we are.
Joan Collins has this done once every 3 weeks.
The dermabrasion. You know who should have this done?
Who?
Well, Malachi Throne could have had this done.
Malachite throne. All right, when next you see us, we will have burned this and started anew with a piece that we got out of the J.
Actually, we're
Peterman
gonna clean.
catalog.
We're gonna put some lye on this.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. This is Papyrus Letters Day. It's all papyrus. Dear guys, from Amanda Maluski of Eldersburg, Maryland. My husband and I own an antique bedroom suite from the Art Deco era. You know, Art Deco was the most famous of all the designers. He was a brilliant man. His real name was Arthur. In a few spots, the veneer is coming off. I plan to sand under these spots and reglue them with wood glue. Is this the best method or the best method? That's one of them. In addition, something has happened / is happening to the finish. Well, if you don't know your tenses, darling, because whenever I dust the furniture with furniture polish, the wood feels tacky and brown stuff. Not only dust comes off on the rag. I know I can't refinish the pieces per se, but can I use a facelift product marked for use on veneer? What do you recommend? I recommend to stay in an insane asylum.
Can you read that back to me?
I can't diagram one of them sentences.
Forget
and I
it.
was an English major.
Let me read this. From Bruce Templeton. Oh, man, I felt like, you know Conrad Veidt and the Cabinet of Dr. Counts from Namibia? Cesar.
Cesare.
You two guys, thanks very much for entertaining, informative show. Share about the origins of horsehair. And congratulations to Ted Garricky for being the best thing since Vince Guaraldi. Well, I like Ted Garricky a little better than Vince Guaraldi.
The Snoopy theme was my favorite.
Ted's got our theme, and look for Ted in some of these new shows. Okay. Write to us, Furniture Guys, P.O. Box 53240, Philadelphia, PA 19105-3240.
Or email us, FernGuyEd, FernGuyJoe, AOL.com.
Let's get this a little more evenly distributed.
Right, we're just taking some water, moving all the dirt around so it'll give us a nice base coat of color, because the next time you see us in some other incarnation,
we're going to be finishing
clothes,
this stuff.
We'll finish this and the sideboard over
I'm Joe
there.
Lorario.
I'm Ed Feldman.
And distress. Be nice and
Don't
distress.
always be nice to your furniture.
Distressing.
Don't come over to my side.
Oh, yes, that's
Yeah, says me.
Oh, yeah, you were
Yeah,
one army.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.